You can start easy seated or laying down. Doesn't really matter. The only equipment that we might need tonight is some blocks and cushions. That's pretty much it. So we're going to start wherever we are, just closing the eyes and coming into our breath. And take your own body scan from the crown of the head, working down the body towards the feet bit by bit. And allowing yourself to release anything that's no longer serving you. So that can be habitual negative thoughts. It could be something easier to let go of than thoughts are something physical, so maybe just releasing tension through the shoulders, the neck. Out of your way, sorry. Yeah, like I'm going to sit on your hand. And for this evening, I'd just like us to create an intention surrounded around this nice little passage which has been written upon the word of Namaste. It's almost like a meaning for it as well. My soul honours your soul. I honour the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honour the light, the love, the truth, and the beauty and the peace that is within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. So setting an intention with that one, it could be we are united, or I am connected, I am whole. And we're all going to find ourselves coming onto our backs if we're easy seated. If you're on your back, just stay there. And reach the arms above. Just take a nice big stretch with the arms all the way up, shoulders soft. And let's take a banana stretch. So it's up to you whether you want to keep the legs bent or you can have the legs straight. So let's start by taking the right foot to the corner of the mat, and the left foot is going to cross over the right leg. And we're going to do the same with the arms. So we're just going to take both arms up to the back right corner of the mat, just so we can find the length down the left side of the waist. If it's too much on your shoulders having the arms above, you might want to cactus your arms instead. So just breathe here. Let go of what isn't serving you. That breath, as soon as you check in with it, is always a moment just to recalibrate and reset, just to slow down. And let's do one more breath here. Gently bring yourself back into center, and let's swap the legs over. So left foot to the top left corner of the mat, right leg crosses over, and find that length down the right side of the body, either arms above or cactusing the arms here instead. Take 4 breaths. You okay?
Yeah, it's just when it's a muscle got into spasm.
Last breath here. And come back to center. Alright, keeping the arms above, we're just going to draw the knees in. And just take a little rock from side to side. Maybe circle the knees one way. Maybe the other way. Lovely. And let's come up onto, we're going to come up into a kneeling posture. So if kneeling isn't comfortable for you, grab yourself a block or a book or a cushion and pop that between the heels so you can sit your bottom back down. So you can bring that between the heels and sink your bottom onto the block, but you can also go without a block if you want. We're going to try and get the heels directly underneath the sit bones as well, so the feet are slightly apart. Just see how it feels. Just open your feet up a little bit and pop the block in between that. Yeah, just to create a little bit more. Another block? Are you okay?
No, that's okay.
Yeah, okay. So just creating a bit more space for the pelvis and the lower back. We're going to take the right arm out to the side, so take a breath in as you reach the right arm out. And as you breathe out, we're going to wrap the right arm behind the back and take hold of the left arm behind. So if you feel that the ribs have just stuck out, actively draw them back. So we're almost trying to push the back ribs in towards that right forearm. And we're just going to take a few deep breaths just to find length through the spine. Draw the shoulder blades down. And you should be feeling a nice little opening down the right shoulder and the right deltoid. So let's increase this. We're going to mount the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Keep knitting the ribs down. Keep breathing. And be mindful that you're not squeezing hold of that left arm. And then let's bring the chin down to the left collarbone. And just see how that feels. If you need to rearrange the head a little bit, you can. And then gently guiding the chin to the chest. Allowing gravity just to take hold of the head here. Two more breaths. And let's float the head up, release the right arm, and just give some rolls of that right shoulder. You can do both shoulders if you want. Okay.
Do you have the other block? Or do you need it?
No. Alright, let's take the left arm out to the sides this time, so deep breath in. As you breathe out, wrap it around the back, and then take hold of that right forearm behind the back. Draw the shoulder blades down, lengthen through the back of the neck. And take 3 deep breaths in. Let go of tension, let go of anything that's pulling. So if you're really pulling on that right forearm, let go of it. You're just having a gentle hold. And let's take the right ear, melt it down towards the right shoulder. Maybe it feels a little bit more available on this side, or less available. Remember not to overcompensate on one side. And let's bring the chin towards the right collarbone. And just notice how the smallest adjustment can have a completely different effect on the body. And let's bring the chin to the chest, nice and gentle, for 3 breaths. Keep the ribs drawing down. Okay, and then release that left arm and just give the shoulders a roll. apologise, I just need to click my neck.
Oh.
Sorry. I just felt it. I needed to do it. Alright, let's come on to hands and knees. And take a little rock from side to side. Spread the fingers out nice and wide. Maybe take some rolls of the hips. I'm so clicky, sorry. I've done loads today and I'm still clicky. Keep drawing tummy button to spine, so we're nice and active through the core. And let's go the other way. Beautiful. Let's sit back on our heels once again. So grabbing that support if you need to. Just going to do a little bit of work to open out through the top of the heart, or the top of the back of the heart space. So when you're ready, just reach the arms up, take a breath in, bring the hands into prayer above the head. As you breathe out, squeeze the forearms together as you bring the arms all the way down, as far as feels good, without puffing the chest or squeezing the shoulders. We're squeezing the forearms and the elbows. Inhale, keep squeezing and lift up. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze until you can't hold the elbows together. And breathe out, release the arms all the way down. Let's do that again. Breathe and reach the arms up. Breathe out, squeeze forearms and hands together. Breathe in, keep squeezing and lift up. And open the arms behind. I'll move out of your way. Again, breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, squeeze. So we should be getting a little bit of a burn through the biceps. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release back down. We're going to do one more round, so breathe in and lift. Breathe out, squeeze. Breathe in and lift. And now as you breathe out, you're going to interlace the fingers behind the back. Keep the elbows soft and reach the heart upwards and draw the shoulder blades down the back. Knit the ribs down so we're not puffing the chest out. Find that length. Push down with the knuckles down towards the floor. So we're not reaching, we're not opening the heart here, we're just finding that length. One more breath. Beautiful. Okay, release. Give yourself a shake out. Awesome. Let's come on to hands and knees and just take yourself back to a downward facing dog. So lifting nice and high. If this is your first down dog of the day, then make sure you're pedaling the feet, you're bending the knees, you're giving yourself the time to get comfortable in the posture. Lovely. And let's find ourselves coming back down onto hands and knees just for some cat-cow. So up to you whether you want to tuck the toes or untuck them. We'll take a deep breath in, lift the tailbone, reach the heart forward. So you're trying to pull the heels of the hands and the knees towards each other. As you breathe out round and really push the earth away, trying to split the floor with the hands and the legs. Inhale, you're pulling towards, reaching the heart forward, gazing up, shoulder blades down the back, breathing out, release. 3 more rounds. Alright, if you need to give the wrists a shake out, now's the time to do it. Maybe come back on to the knees and just flip the palms up and rock from side to side. Not putting the weight onto the wrists, unless you've got the availability in the wrists to do that already. Alright, coming back up. Let's take some donkey kicks. So we're going to start by lifting the right leg up. So flexing the foot, so if you can imagine you would be able to hold a plate with your right foot. So we're going to take a breath in as we squeeze the knee forward. We're going to bring the knee to the nose, breathe out, lift up, and take a cow stretch here. So you're really reaching the heart forward. You can arch through the back. Breathe in, squeeze. Breathe out, lift up. Maybe reverse the breath. So as you breathe out, you squeeze forward. Just see what feels best for you. Everyone's slightly different, but we want to make sure that when we're taking that leg high and when we're lowering the abdominals down, that we're not collapsing. So we're still thinking about that length. We're still using control, squeezing the right butt cheek. Let's do 2 more rounds. Last round. And swap sides. So take that left leg behind. Take it up, deep breath in, reach the heart forward, gaze up. Breathe out, squeeze. 6 more. Here's 5. Really round through the top of the back. Like you're trying to create as much space between the shoulders as possible, so you're expanding laterally as well as lifting up. I think here's our last 2. Let's do 2 more. Last 1. And take yourself back to a downward facing dog or a child's pose. Again, use your down dog and your breath as you slow down to reset. Check back in with that intention. Release any stress, any tension from the neck and the shoulders. All right, we're going to do some walks. We're going to walk through this just bit by bit. So what we're going to do is just start walking the hands back towards the feet, coming into a forward fold. And we're going to take that Pilates roll up. So vertebra by vertebra. You can use the hands up the legs if you need to. We're coming all the way up. The head's the last thing to lift. And then the arms reach up on an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to round all the way forward. All the way down to the earth. Walk the hands forward. Come into a plank. Take a breath in. Breathe out, lower the body. Take a cobra or an up dog. Inhale. Exhale, take a down dog. And then you're going to walk the feet to the top of the mat, forward fold. And you're going to roll up, take that Pilates roll up at the top of your mat this time. Keep breathing. Reach the arms. Breathe out, release down, forward fold. All the way down. We're going to walk the feet back to a plank. Option knees down. Hug the arms into the sides. Chaturanga Dandasana. Take your cobra or your up dog. Breathe in. Breathe out, down dog. Start walking the hands back towards the feet. Forward fold. Taking your time, rolling up bit by bit. So we're going to do 2 more rounds, forward and back, at your own pace. Remember to connect that breath with the movement. Remember to give yourself a break at any point. Being compassionate as well. Not doing something because you think you should, you're doing it because it feels good. Your body's telling you that it feels good, not your mind. And there's no race to the end of this. You can really take your time. Maybe you want to hold your plank for 3 or 4 breaths, that's fine. Really lifting up and drawing tummy back into spine. And see if each round feels a little bit different. Each round, each new breath is a brand new cycle, a brand new chance to reset. We're going to finish our last one in that down dog of our last round. Maybe take a child's pose if you need to, and take any movement that feels good. Okay, so finding yourself in down dog. Don't worry if you're still finishing off any of your rounds, just join in when you're ready. We're going to find ourselves, I say find ourselves quite a lot, I'm really sorry, just picked up on that, coming into a plank. So you can drop the knees if you need to, so you can lower down, but make sure you're creating that nice long line of your body. You're tucking the bottom and you're squeezing tummy button to spine. We're going to take 8 toe taps of the right foot. So we're going to hover the right foot and go 8, 7, option flex the foot, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and on this last one, take yourself back to a 3-leg dog. We're going to do 3 tiger curls, so take a breath in. As you breathe out, squeeze the knee towards the nose. Bring your weight forward. Inhale, take it back. 2 more, exhale, bring it forward. 1 more, take it back. Breathe out, hover it forward, hold it here, deep breath in. Breathe out, step that right foot in between the hands onto the floor. Option, pop your back knee down. Take a moment just to find space. Maybe you take a roll of the hips. You should be feeling your heartbeat has picked up. You should be feeling a lot warmer. Lovely. Taking a little bit more yoga now. So you're going to lift up off that back foot. Option, or the back knee, sorry. Option, keep fingertips of the left hand on the floor or use a block. Just reach the right arm up. So you're lifting it all the way up, opening through the heart. See if you can sink the hips down a little bit more. Remember to breathe. If you're not able to breathe, ease off on your posture. Okay, set that right hand on the floor on the outside of the right foot. Flatten the left foot down to the floor and take a side angle. This is where if you want to use a block underneath your right hand. Rotate the heart upwards. Be mindful of your back here. So rotate the heart up, but squeeze the ribs down towards the hips. Tuck the bottom in. We've got 1 more breath in here. As you breathe out, bring the hands back down to the floor. Lift the back heel off the floor. And we're going to scoop the arms forward, come up into crescent moon lunge. Drop the shoulders. Option, you can pop that back knee down if you need to. I'm going to move this out of your way. Keep breathing. Maybe give the toes of the front foot a little wiggle. Hands come down to the floor. Awesome. Take yourself back to a downward facing dog and pedal it out. Offer yourself that rest. Three more breaths. Here's 2. And 3. Make our way into that plank once again. So option, knees down. Remember you can come onto forearms. Toe tap with the left foot. So hover the left foot, option point or flex. Here we go. 8, 7, 6. Body stays still. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take yourself back to a 3-leg dog, so not lifting the leg high. Deep breath in. Breathe out, squeeze knee to nose. Bring the weight forward over the shoulders. Over the wrists. Inhale, take it back. 2 more. Exhale, squeeze. Really suck the belly in. Last one, breathe in. Breathe out, squeeze it forward. Hold it here, hover. Really round through the top of the back. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Left foot onto the floor. Brill, drop the back knee down. And take some rolls of the hips. You don't have to drop the back knee if you're feeling super fierce at the moment. Then you can obviously keep the back knee lifted. All right, back knee lifts off the ground. Option block underneath that right hand. We're going to hover the left arm up to the sky, or reach it up, not hover. So really imagine you're pulling the energy from the earth through that right hand and shooting it up out of the fingers of the left hand. So tummy button to spine, the neck is long, the shoulders are away from the ears. We've got one more breath. As you breathe out, bring that left hand down to the floor on the outside of the left foot, flatten the right foot on the floor, and come up to your side angle. So dropping the shoulders. Remember, you can use a block here, you can come up onto that left thigh. Draw the ribs downwards so we're not puffing the chest. One more breath in. Breathe out, bring the hands down towards the earth, lift the back heel off the floor, square the hips straight, reach the arms up, crescent moon lunge. High crescent moon option, pop the back knee down onto the floor. Tuck the tail. Give the toes of the front foot a little wiggle. Make sure they're not gripping. Check in with your breath for one more here. Breathe out, hands come down to the earth. Inhale to a plank option, knees down. Hold it here for 5 breaths. Here's 2. 3. You've got this. 4. Soften the elbows, we're not locking. 5. And as you breathe out, take yourself back to down dog, offer yourself rest. Lengthen away. Brill. Real mix tonight. Let's walk the feet to the top of the mat. And let's take a nice halfway lift. So breathe in, reach the heart forward, lift the tailbone up. As you breathe out, fold down. Release the neck, release the shoulders. And let's roll up vertebra by vertebra. All the way up, take a breath in. Hands come through to prayer. Heart space. Lovely, give yourself a moment just to reset. All right, let's take our feet to mat's width. With the feet turned out, we're going to come into our low yogi squat. So we're going to do some option to do a squat jump if you want to really go for it, or you can just keep the feet on the floor and you maybe lift up onto the toes. So what we're going to do to start is just reach the arms up, take a breath in. As you breathe out, sink down to yogi squat. Now you can use a block or support underneath the hips here. We're going to breathe in as we lift up. Option, take a jump here. Breathe out, sink back down. Keep the spine long. Breathe in and lift. Option, jump up. Breathe out. We've got 7 more. Breathe in and out, sink down. Inhale, jump up. Exhale. Maybe you can go even faster. Here's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold your yogi squat at the bottom. Tuck the tail. Lift up through the heart space. Give the toes a wiggle. Take a rock from side to side. A little bit more work for the legs, so we're going to have the hands onto the floor or onto the ankles. Inhale, we're going to pump up and down. We've got 10, 9, 8, 7, feel the fire burning in the quads. 6, 5, 4, 3, and 1. Hold it halfway, reach the arms up. Breathe out, bring the hands down to the earth, take a forward fold, walk the feet back to a downward facing dog. Your legs should be shaking a little bit. Mine 100% are. Brill. Okay, from here, let's just take a little breather. So sink the knees down, take a child's pose, release those legs. Option, bring the hands behind towards the feet, release the forehead onto the floor. Take 3 more breaths. Okay, pushing through the hands, we're going to come up to a lifted kneeling posture. So if you need to use any support underneath the knees, please do. So coming all the way up, we're going to keep the toes maybe together for a little bit more stability. So it's kind of like tripoding your legs. Or if you feel okay to have the feet apart, that's okay. But for what we're going to do, it might put a little bit of pressure, added pressure to the knees. So whatever feels best. I know for me, it feels better with the feet together. So option, we're going to keep hands on, keep hands on the hips. Or you can reach the arms up and squeeze onto a block, maybe squeeze onto a book instead. So we're going to take a lean back, tuck the tail. So what we're not doing is sticking the bottom, so really tuck it down. We're going to inhale as we bring the bottom down halfway towards the heels. Breathe out, squeeze up and lift. So I'm going to come forward just in case you can't see me. So inhale down, exhale, squeeze up. We've got 10. 9, 8, 7, really squeeze, 6, squeeze the bum here, squeeze it, 5, shoulders soft, 4, I know you're looking at the clock, mum, 3, 2, and 1. And sink down, take a child's pose, release. Oh, burny quads. Burny, burny, burny quads. Maybe I should have called this session that. That's what this session is called now. It's called Burny Quads. All right, let's come on to our bottoms. My head's sweating, just got stuck to my book. Come on to our bottoms. Support yourself back. Lovely. So keeping the soles of the feet flat on the floor, just open the arms out and just rock the knees from side to side. Just let go of that tension through the lower back and sacrum, especially. Nice and slow. Brill. All right, let's find stillness of the legs. Set the soles of the feet flat on the floor. Interlace the fingers, and we're going to bring the hands behind the head without pulling the chin to the chest. We're going to just tuck the tailbone a little bit, so we're flushing the lower back into the mat. And we're going to take 10 crunches up on an exhale. So take a breath into the back and the sides of the rib cage. As you breathe out, draw the abdominals in, lift up, not crunch and pull yourself forward, you're lifting. Inhale, come back. Here's 9. Inhale, take it back. 8. Nice and slow. 7. 6. Elbows reaching out. 5. 4. 3. Last 2. We're going to hold the last one up, and we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, breathe, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 10 more, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Option, come down or take 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7. Elbows out. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And release back. Reach the arms, draw the knees in. Take a rock from side to side. Brilliant. So that's the upper abs done. Done and dusted. We've cleaned the slate of that one. Let's get into the sides and the obliques. So, cross the left ankle on top of the right knee. Bring the arms behind, the hands behind the head, acting as a cradle, not as a pulley-uppy heady thing. So we're going to try and bring the right shoulder to the left knee on an exhale. We're going to do 10, and you're going to ground that left elbow into the floor. So take a breath in, breathe out, lift. Here's 10, breathe in, come back. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Think about shoulder to knee instead of elbow. 3, ground through that left elbow. 2, we're going to hold this last one and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Option, 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Really squeeze. 2, 1, and release. And let's swap the legs over. Maybe give the legs a little rock from side to side. And right ankle crosses above the left knee, left thigh. We've got 10 opens to the right hand side, so take a breath in to prepare. Breathe out and lift. Here's 10, 9, 8, tummy button to spine. 7, you've got this. 6, 5, where's your breath? I can't hear it, mum. 4, 3, there we go. 2, 1, hold it here, pulse. 4, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We've got the option for 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release down. Oh, lush. Release the legs and rock from side to side. Okay, I've got a very, very sweaty back now. So it's probably going to make a weird noise when I lift my legs up, but it's just my back on the mat. So lift the legs. Let's get into those lower abs now. So if you need to support the lower back, maybe just bring the hands underneath the sacrum or keep the hands by our sides. So we're going to lift the legs up and we're going to do some mini pulses, but I want us to squeeze the heels together and we're getting a little bit of outward rotation with the thighs. So we're going to take those 10 lifts on an exhale. So we're going to breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, lift. Inhale. Here's 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release it down. Let's do that again. Option, lower the legs a little bit more. So we're going to start here. Keep the heels squeezed. I said heel squeeze. I don't think I squeezed my heels then. I'm really sorry. We're going to take a breath in as we release the legs away. Breathe out, lift. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Down with control. We've got 8 more. Inhale, squeeze the heels. 7, 6, 5, 4. If your abs are not burning, I don't know why not. 3, 2. Here's our last one. And release down. Release the arms, take a rock from side to side. Brill. Let's meet on our hands and knees once again. So either rock forward and back or take yourself to one side. Hands and knees back to a downward facing dog. Brill. And let's take a pigeon pose. So we're going to start by bringing the right knee up behind the right wrist and sink the left leg back. If you need to use support, grab it and pop it underneath your right hip. Let's start nice and active. So I want us to come onto the fingertips and lift up through the heart here. So we're not collapsing through the body. You're squeezing the front and the back leg towards each other. So you're having that upward lift. So the hands can be really soft, so we're not sinking down. Keep breathing for 3, 2, 1, and release down, maybe onto forearms. If you've got mermaid or king pigeon in your practice, you can go ahead and take that one, or just come down onto forearms. You may want to get a tricep stretch and bring your hands into prayer behind the head, if that feels good. We're going to take 10 breaths here. So we're halfway, 5 more breaths. And check in with the jaw, make sure we're not clenching the jaw. The shoulders in the bottom. And softly come back up onto your hands. And we're going to take ourselves back to a down dog. So either take yourself back all the way, or we're going to see if we can hover the right knee towards the chest. Maybe squeeze the right knee towards the right elbow, and then back to a down dog. If you feel like taking a vinyasa in between the sides, just to open up through the front body, you can do. So come with me, or you can stick where you are. Deep breath in, forward, option knees down. Breathe out, Chaturanga Dandasana. You take an up dog or a cobra, breath in. Breathe out, down dog. Let's take pigeon on our left hand side. Remember, you can take reclined pigeon, so you can come onto your back. So take 3 breaths, just lifting up, squeezing the front leg towards the back, so we're harnessing it all the way in, or harnessing it all the way in. Here's 1. Fingers as light as possible. 2. Ribs tucking and knitting down. 3. And release down. 10 breaths here. Wherever you want to take your pigeon to is fine. Here's our last breath. Really breathe. And slowly float the body up. Either take yourself directly back into a down dog or squeeze the left knee towards the chest, then to the left elbow, and then back to a down dog. Take a rock from side to side. Maybe a vinyasa if you'd like to. Breathing in, breathe out, lower down. Cobra up dog, inhale. Exhale, back to child's pose. Release those wrists. So if you're in down dog, take a child's pose. And just take a rock from side to side. Alright, meeting on our bottoms once again. We're going to take hold of our blocks. So can you pass me one of those blocks, please? Block or a book or a cushion. And we're going to just have that next to us. We're just going to release the sacrum and get a stretch for the front of the body and also the hip flexors. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the soles of the feet flat on the floor. Heels close-ish towards the bottom, feet hip width apart. I think I said that, just in case I didn't. There it is again. We're going to grab our block and just slide the block underneath the back so it rests on the sacrum. So not above the hips, directly kind of into the squishy bit. Well, the butt is the squishy bit, the middle of it won't be too squishy. So our first option is here. You can maybe tickle the heels with the fingers, draw the shoulder blades together. So here's our first option for our shoulder bridge. So it's a supported shoulder bridge. If you want to take it further, you can maybe push into the arms and push into the feet and extend the hips higher. You may even want to bring your block onto a higher level and then sit down there, and you will feel, hopefully, a nice oozy release for that lower back, just taking it off. If it feels okay, you can maybe give a go at straightening the legs and really feeling that release there. It's not for everyone, so if you're not feeling it today, just don't worry, release the block out of the way. This is a nice restorative posture for the pelvis. This all right on your back? Feel good? Awesome. Oh, that's good. If Mum says it's good, it is. Because she doesn't beat around the bush. She'll tell me if something's horrendous. Lovely. And if you're feeling up to it, Mum, I just go easy with this one. Maybe, yeah. You may, if you've got the flexibility, you've got the availability, you may want to see if you can bring it onto the highest level and see how that feels. And keep pushing through the legs a little bit.
Can I bring my hands up there?
If that feels good, yeah, go for it. It's a good point, actually. Thanks, Mum. Maybe reach the arms up if that feels nice. You can maybe bring the hands into cactus, open a little bit more through the heart. And then let's start easing out of this one. So push into the feet. Release the block first. And then roll all the way down, lifting the heels. And then draw the knees in towards the chest. And take a rock from side to side. Brill. Let's hold on to our right leg and extend the left leg away. And maybe just hold the right leg with the right arm. Allow the left arm to move out to the side and draw the knee out towards your right shoulder. So you're taking a single leg happy baby. And let's swap sides, so draw the left knee in. Slowly release that right leg down. Lovely, and release the left leg down to the floor. Take a rock side to side. Maybe roll the ankles, the wrists again. Done a lot of work through the wrists today. And if there's any other posture that you like to take, feel free to do that. But we're going to start coming down into that final relaxation, so getting yourself nice and comfy.
Turn your head. Oh, yeah, good. Do you want a blanket? No, okay. Have bolster under my knee then. Oh, that's big one, little one. Big one's probably big one. Yeah. Thank you. You're welcome. Oh, under the feet as well, you don't know. That's lovely. Alright, cool. Alright, so settling all the way down if you're not already. Make your way down into your Shavasana. My soul honours your soul. I honour the place in you where the entire universe resides. I honour the light, the love, the truth, the beauty and the peace that is within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, we are united, we are the same, we are one. Bring your awareness back to your body and your breath, where you are resting at the moment. Acknowledge your whole body as sensation. Visualize the sensation. Your hands. Visualize the hands without thinking about what they look like. Visualize the sensation, any tingling, moving up through the arms, the shoulders, the legs, the body, the face. And gently roll yourself onto one side and bring yourself up to a comfortable seat. Take your time, keep the eyes closed, or close them once you come up to seated. Take a breath in as you reach the arms up, kiss the hands into prayer. As you breathe out, guide that prayer down to your heart space. Drawing the shoulder blades down, lifting through the crown of the head, broadening the collarbones. Thank yourself for your practice. Honor yourself in this moment. From my heart to your heart, namaste.
Namaste.
Namaste.